Hey everyone, welcome back. It was a very short break, but we are on match day number 7 of the EPL, Season 6 of the North American Division, and we are on towards our second series, which I almost forgot because the first series did go on for quite a while. It is going to be NRG up against Ghost Gaming, and NRG, from what I heard, is very, very keen to play this match. Fired up, they're excited. They want in already.
Yeah, they're rearing to go, and hopefully we should be getting into the action fairly quickly here. Should be a fairly interesting game, depending on the maps. Ghost, definitely the underdogs in this map. NRG, sort of the mid sort of tier of the NA Pro League at the moment. Trying to vie for one of those bottom spots in the Pro League finals. Let's see if Ghost is able to get one map upset or something along those lines. That's what they're aiming for, I'd guess.
I don't think they'll be able to get an upset this time around because, I don't know, like their performance against Liquid was inspirational. Their performance yesterday was not so inspirational. I've been left uninspired, as a matter of fact. I'm now not such a heavy believer in Ghost anymore. I hope they can prove me wrong. I hope they can come guns a-blazing and show, you know what, Karath, you know nothing at all.
Well, if they don't turn up to this game and aren't able to get anything done, I'm sure we can make plenty of Ghost memes, which will be equally as entertaining, right, Kev?
I did make some yesterday, but just as a reminder, just to make sure that you do catch all the information, there is the information down there, but make sure you subscribe towards the YouTube channel for all the ESL Pro League action. Why are you looking at me like that for Billy?
I'm not looking at you like anything. I was just admiring your plug of the YouTube channel.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe because you don't want to miss out on action.
You don't want to miss out on Kevin Karathu, one of the greatest casters in Southeast Malaysia.
Not this. As long as we don't get another Karath cam, we'll be happy. But make sure you do subscribe and click the bell button as well so you get notified because YouTube, you do also need to be notified about your subscriptions. So there you go. Now back on towards NRG and Ghost. So we're just going to segue away from there. Very, I guess, similar kind of teams in the sense that a lot of these lineups are young talent. And NRG, you've got Breezy. We were talking about Breezy. He's technically not that fresh talent anymore, but he's still young talent. And on Ghost Game, it's just even younger talent.
So let's see if this will be a breezy series for NRG. Or, I mean, apparently they're pretty rev to go, so they should be keen to get this one underway and get this series out of the way, so to speak. But we'll see if Ghosts are able to throw a spanner in the works. I mean, they're definitely going to need a few of their younger, talented players to turn up in this game. And it'll be interesting to see if they're able to do that. I mean, I remember when they had the upset against Liquid, it was B having a good performance standing in for someone or other. I believe it was Wardell at the time. But also, a few of their other players had some great performances. We saw Seb with some great clutches and some mid-round plays on the little lurk plays that he likes to do. We saw Connor with some great entries and some good ability to close out rounds. And we're straight into the action here.
Yeah, good games are good gamers. NRG, their lineup is going to be Breezy, Daps, Cirque, Fugly, and A&J.
Fugly? No, not Fugly. Oh, wait. Well, yeah, you're talking about NRG, sorry. Yep.
Well, who do you think I was talking about?
Sorry. I was literally staring at the utility on Ghost as they go straight out of A. Fugly rips the head off of Seb, Breezy onto Connor, and they're trying to force their way into this bomb site, but it's just not working out, Kev.
Yeah, and ZQK is just left by himself dancing around on last HP. Ooh, does manage to get a nice headshot to Fugly, but damage has been done. No bomb plant. Breezy and Fugly lose their lives. So what? NRG, very quick pistol round, very clean. Good start for them. Fugly on 3.
Absolutely, good start. And he goes straight onto the MP9. Looking to farm himself up some eco frags. Ricks onto the P250 with flashes. This has become more and more of a common thing. Seeing P250s board up over the middle sort of rung of the pistols, being the techies and the CZs. Couple of nades being invested in there. Wardell's just going to go for a D, probably opting to go for a AWP in the later parts of this. 3 players very quickly out onto A main to punish the attempt of getting control of that with the SMGs, as heavy SMGs bought here for NRG, trying to keep advantage of that loss bonus. Ghost trying to get a few picks to stress the economy of NRG, but they have completely taken over A main control, smoked off the entrance, and this is going to create problems for Ghost. NRG also going for the boost. Don't know how much I like this with the SMGs, but definitely going to be hard for Ghost to anticipate unless Seb has got his ears plugged on today.
I don't think they made any noise. That was a perfectly executed boost on towards Shroud, and there was something I was about to say, now I've forgotten it, which is a little bit disappointing because it was quite witty. Oh, well, we'll come back to me eventually. But regardless, NRG still have 3 members on the A side. So there goes the smoke, there goes the flashbangs. Daps playing close fork, might lose his life. But Breezy on top of Shroud will be able to pick up one, and Fugly answers back as well. Well, Breezy was already low. Fugly picks up 3 in the round. And that is all they wrote. Only losing Breezy once again. Which is fine. You can just be dropped at SMG, or you can just buy up in this round. He knows that he can farm more cash. Cash on cash.
The bank of NRG going absolutely ham in this game so far. Second round in, 2-0 lead here for NRG. Full eco here, and hopefully Ghost doesn't give up too many of these frags to the SMGs.
Okay, so they're just going to be baiting towards B site and just trying to sneak a plan in an ace. Don't think this is necessarily going to work because you can see NRG take very early control of A main. They'll leave Breezy in here. Fugly will have control of Squeaky, and even though they're making a lot of noise towards B, I think they're going to be experienced enough that they're going to stay and wait. You can see Fugly, he's making noise just to decoy himself away, to pretend he's rotating as the rest of NRG should have a very easy shutdown. Ooh, it's been dinked out. There you have it. He pops out a Squeaky. Oh, is he going for the knife? No, okay. I thought Fugly was going to go in for the knife, and I was going to think that's a little bit cheeky, but he just goes for the MP9 kill instead, and now we're into the buy round.
Wardell going straight for the glass cannon with 2 flashes. Let's see how he utilizes that. I mean, the willingness to buy a glass cannon AWP over an AK in the first round shows that you have a pretty good idea of what you want to do with it. Let's see if it's effective against NRG, as they do actually upgrade a couple of those SMGs, so no throwaway round here for NRG, and Cirque's going to go straight into that AWP as well. Seb going out to clear the squeaky door area, and Ghost are just going to spread out in a nice little default. See where Wardell's posted up. Looks like he's just going to defend the A main aggression, just in case. NRG, only 3 rounds in, but they've already shown quite a bit of a tendency to anti-eco aggress into the A main, but they're not going to do the same. Instead, they're going to stack up towards mid, 1 towards highway, leaving A open, 1 in Z. 1 under the boost and 1 in vent, 1 checker. 5 players very close to mid here, and they're going to leave A completely open, expecting Ghost to go for a nice standard default round in the first round of this half.
It's what I would have suspected as well, because on the side of NRG, right, the first 2 rounds, you've just shown this presence towards A main, that you're willing to come and push in. Now double boost coming up, Breezy is going to be in a lot of trouble for this, and I'll continue my point afterwards. Consider a grenade towards mid just to make sure Breezy's back is safe, and now up comes Wardell, but with no armor, this UMP will shred him to bits, and that is the danger of having a glass cannon AWP, is that an SMG will just tear your body apart. And Breezy is going to be pushed out eventually, and Connor 93 will clean up, but oh, what? Connor on 13 HP, 2 great entries on towards mid, but now boosting up in towards vent as well. Connor, he's managed to slip past though. Another kill going on towards Fugly. Connor's going huge at the moment, so it's all up to Cirque with the AWP on the wrong side of the map.
Yeah, the upgrade's going to absolutely hamstring NRG's economy despite the farming of the money with those SMGs. They threw them away, and they brought up the rifles.
Actually, this isn't just over yet. If this flashbang, oh, it doesn't nullify. Rix will be able to safely cross and doesn't realize that Seb's already in the line. I was going to say, if Rix was unable to safely cross with the bomb, it could have spelled a little bit of trouble for Ghost, as the bomb would be lost. But they do take a buy round off. I'd say just great fragging coming out from Connor 93. That was huge.
Sick entries coming out of lower mid there. You see how late the round actually ran down there. Ghost really anticipating some aggressions, spreading out across the map. NRG refusing to give up that mid control, and they do have a very good buy into this round once again, but if they do lose this round to Ghost, their economy will be looking very sad. Same goes for Ghost, who did have to buy up a few in that round, but not so bad. A few of their players probably sitting around the 2K mark, so wouldn't be too bad, as Breezy instantly puts Fugly up onto the booster, gives a little shot to mask his footstep as he drops off. Seb running around door once again. Fugly facing into the wall to determine whether Seb's to the left or the right of the door. This will allow Breezy to be communicated with and allow him to spam through the door just like that. Actually, a little known fact that you can actually determine the direction of the footsteps and communicate to your teammate to allow him to do stuff like that. So nice little play there for NRG. Very creative. Allows them to get a quick advantage in this round.
And Cirque just posted up on the B main line with the AWP, which allows them just informational control towards the B side, but I think the rest of Ghost are going to be stacked up towards... Oh no, there's a Molotov coming out.
One player in door, it is once again Seb. Oh wait, no, Seb's died.
Dead.
Yeah, he got sprayed, so ZQK's continued his legacy, but Fugly off the boost, taking out Rix. Wardell trades out the kill with the scout. Actually keeps the scout in. Oh, nope. He's going to grab the AK out. He's got a flashbang. Going to need to make great use of that if they're going to take this bomb site with only 16 seconds to go. In comes Connor, taking the frag onto Daps, and that's going to give Ghost a foothold in this round. Breezy getting Wardell back, and ZQK taking out Breezy. Bomb going down, 2v2 situation, and Ange coming in straight from the A main.
Yeah, this is going to be all up to Connor, I feel like. ZQK, he has to get this kill, but ANJ spotted him out. Has a Molotov, has a lot of grenades to use, so the Molotov will force Connor to push forward, but it costs him in towards Cirque's crosshair. ZQK finds another headshot. He's quite healthy right now. A headshot won't be a kill just yet, and the smoke goes up, and Ange decides to stay on it because he's got the kit. ZQK, he's slowly crawling around, but he won't be able to find this kill in time. There's too much smoke blocking the view. ANJ won't be able to retrieve the AWP either, but a round win for NRG is always going to be better, but their economy looking quite poor as Ghost can force back into this.
Yeah, only one alive there for NRG. Ghost not losing too many players on the round before where they really ran down the clock on that first gun round means that they'll be able to actually get a half okay buy into this round. Only one of their players really suffering being Wardell, and he's already had to deal with a scout, so tough life if you're Wardell. Rest of the boys have all got the freshest clothes, and you're just sitting there in your brother's overgrown hoodie.
No, he doesn't need it because it doesn't matter if you've got the overgrown hoodie. He strikes, and he'll be able to get some fresh trends for himself, or just sell it at a second-hand store, and then you just stay with the hoodie. You got more cash. Why not? That's effectively what you do with a deagle, right? Pick up a weapon. It's just free.
Absolutely, Kev. 4 versus 5 in favor of Ghost. So crucial to get that first pick on the T side. NRG definitely going to have to do something in this round if they want to secure it. Rotating one of their players, that is Cirque, sending his teammates into A main, but Ghost is not going to worry about that. Instead, they're going to boost up over mid, try to take some mid control and do something with that. One player scouting out towards that B site, see what's going on. That is Connor, as Cirque does rotate around to that B. So 2 on each bomb site. They do have A main control. That is going to make it harder for Ghost to take A if they do come up halfway, but it looks like they're going to opt to go for that B split as they already have Connor in position in B main.
Got to go fast though because 25 seconds left and they've got a crossfire set up. ANJ, 2 kills already, 3 kills before he's shut down. He's completely turned the tide of the battle because it's off to Seb. They know where he is. Seb at least knows that Cirque is on the side with 15 seconds left, and Cirque just needs to dance around and buy time. See him just flitting around, playing with Seb really before he's going to take him out. And all the brothers will come across and help him out. And NRG, it's been a close couple of rounds, but they do manage to go up 5-1. Don't let the scoreline kind of show that NRG is in complete domination. These buy rounds have been close.
Absolutely, and how do you defend B-side on Cache, Kev?
Kill everyone.
No, you buy 2 good European players and then you send them in. Because Ange and
yeah, I know they're European.
Killed everyone.
I thought it was going to be a wordplay, but
no,
it was just
you spend a lot of cash, get good players, and they shoot everyone for you.
Well, NRG, regardless, they're up 5-1. Pause most likely called by Ghost Gaming. I believe it's going to be a tactical pause unless it's a tech pause. It's going to be a bit of a struggle right now because NRG can farm up a little bit of cash. As long as they don't lose these guns, they should be fine. We're just looking for ANJ just to be pushing out, getting a few kills in the MP9. You can see no grenades, nothing additional. He just wants to go in, get into the action.
I don't rate this tactical pause coming in from Ghost unless it's like a spiritual, emotional pause to get the boys together and, you know, rev everyone up, not let this lead get too out of control for NRG. I wouldn't mind just taking the eco and taking that time to talk through some stuff before deciding what you wanted to do later in the round, as opposed to investing that tac pause so early in the half and not having the option to take it later when you do need to make an adjustment. What's your thoughts on that, Kev?
In terms of what?
In terms of taking the pause as opposed to just talking about what you needed to pause about on the eco.
I would like them just to stall and just talk like during the time for the eco. That's normally what I do. Tactical pause is... it depends as well. A lot of the ANJ really doesn't check that, and Seb fires a little bit early. If he held his fire, would have been able to get the kill. But ANJ has already 2 kills in the MP9, looking for more. The rest of Ghost Gaming have control of mid. Not a big fan of taking a tactical pause in the eco because you don't have a really good read of what they're going to be doing. You know, on the buy round, you kind of want to get all the information and then decide what play you want to make.
Could not agree more. Dap's going down to Connor, but not too much of an issue.
They do lose a rifle though, which is not fortunate.
Doesn't really matter because they've started to get their economy rolling. Poorest player on NRG being Daps, but apart from that, everyone's sitting pretty with plenty of money to buy into the next round and maybe the round after that. And just sticking on the MP9, as is common
I'm
lately.
a big fan of that. MP9's it's hit and miss SMG actually. It's in the hands of an expert user. I do not want to be versing someone like that. Great DPS output, especially when you can control the accuracy, but, and that is the big but, you have to control the accuracy. It's very difficult to do so, and outside of a certain range of damage fall off, it's almost like you're just slinging nothing at your opponent.
Interesting little nuance there, actually, Edge throwing out the smoke. You notice that he actually opts to throw it directly into the ground instead of against the wall. That's because it sort of tricks the terrorists into not realizing where the smoke comes. It makes the exact same noise as that smoke you just saw coming out from White Box. The same number of bounces, so you can't be sure if someone's playing close with an MP9 like Ange is, so they might not expend the required utility to clear out that position.
I think you suspect it at this stage that there is going to be one close. They've got to clear it out, but Wardell boosted up and Cirque. Oh, he's playing with danger, but you don't need anything more if you can just hit your shots at close range. And ANJ, perfect incendiary grenade to just delay this a little bit further. He's going to peek across. Wardell will fall. No AWP impact on the T side. ANJ can dance around at the moment and play a perfect crossfire with his teammates. And Rix, what can you do? Because flashes are coming through. You can have a smoke wall, but there is nothing you can do against an MP9, and now Seb just left by himself with a bomb. Cirque just locking down that line, and NRG, this is just so clean. They're going to keep everything up. ANJ, free upgrade. And Seb, so much work to do. Flashbang directly in his face, but he's crawling closer to the bomb site, and Breezy is going to be taken out.
Up until that point, every member of NRG had an AK-47 to his name, but Breezy's broken the trend. He's going to be left out, and now Ghost is going to have to eco. Going to grab a couple of CZs and armor, see if they can make some damage to NRG's economy, but right now...
I remember what I was about to say earlier. Because with the Tech 9 change,
yeah,
my friendship has ended with the Tech 9. Now it started with the P250 and the CZ again. That's what I was about to say. Took me a while. I've been sitting on that for a long time now. Cirque does a little bit of damage, but he's in real danger of being overwhelmed. But he does have ANJ once again in support. ANJ, though, will fall down very quickly due to the CZ. And Cirque, he's going to be dinked down. And this Ghost Gamer might be pushing into this. Daps also loses his life. And this is actually a great pistol round coming out because they've lost a lot of members on the side of NRG. Flashbang might be going a little bit too deep, and Fugly is going to be blinded out. Rix has the upgrade to the AK-47 as well. He's still going to get the kill. Surely needs to be traded out at this stage. He's got a long way to go in, though. It's going to be very difficult for him to force his way in. As Connor 93. Oh, he needs to dodge this incendiary grenade, but he's going to die as well. This is going to allow them to come in. Fugly, flashbang forward. Breezy's doing some damage, and it's a straight cleanup. Ghost Gaming, they were low. They couldn't get the correct angles. NRG played that really well on the retake. 8-1.
Yeah, Cirque missing a couple of too many AWP shots in a row on those pistoling players running into the B bomb site really made it difficult as Ghost were enabled to get the trades with those pistols, but great utility usage late in the round from Breezy, throwing out a Molotov onto the bomb site, clearing out the left side of the site, picking up another Molotov and throwing it out onto default, burning Connor alive and enabling him to push in through the CT area with his teammate out of the vent and clutch out that situation that could have gone a lot worse. And if Ghost Gaming had taken out that eco, would have been a good position for them, but Breezy takes out Wardell, trying to get aggressive with the AWP and get a pick up into mid. Great work from him, denying that AWP pick.
Not a big
now,
fan.
I don't know how I feel about, you know, Rix grabbing the AWP and falling back to truck to play very defensively. You're in a 4 versus 5 fairly early in this round. I would not be putting my foot on the brake pedal, I'd be putting it on the accelerator.
I'd be very cautious to see what the road conditions are before deciding whether to accelerate or brake. And that's what Ghost are doing at the moment. They're judging the condition as they go. But it's such... Wardell has had zero impact with the AWP so far. He's had more impact with a scout than an AWP, and that really speaks volumes on the failure of Ghost to take control of mid for consecutive rounds.
except when Connor is getting multiple entry frags.
That's pretty much it, and Rix is now locked out by an Incendiary Grenade. I mean, there's still people on the A bomb site, and Breezy. Elevate, it's a very difficult angle to try to get this headshot, and Fugly's going to back him up. Rix is the last man left standing, and just out in the open, nothing you can do with that AWP. Even if he had an AK, it'd just been absolute slaughter. They just line up 1, 2, and 3, knock down like pins, and NRG. They also struggled to start off quite well, but it is slowly becoming a very, very painful lesson for Ghost Gaming.
Don't know how I feel about this scout buy from Wardell. I guess he did have 3,400, so not quite enough to grab the AK and all of the bits and pieces that you need to make that work. Plenty of utility here for Ghost, and they're going to play it slow once again. This is where I wouldn't mind attack pause, but they have already used it. And they're going to take it fairly slowly. Actually, Connor going towards door instead of Seb. They're going to boost 2 players up. It's going to be Wardell and Seb going up, seeing if they can grab some mid-control. NRG playing double highway and close to B. Cirque playing quite close up. That looks like a smoke out towards truck or top of highway. Molotov going out towards sandbag and under the boost, and they're going to take some mid-control with some flashes. Good utility usage to grab some mid-control. Flashbang comes out from NRG and Breezy cleans up both of them.
Yep, and there is the mid-take just completely shut down. They are slowly trying to crawl through Squeaky, but Breezy's already had a field day. 3 kills. They take as much time as they want on the retake. You know, get the bomb down all you want, but Incendiary Grenades are going to come flying in. You're both playing quad as well as default, which are the standard positions to be mollied off, and really, this is be a systematic failing on the side of NRG to have a failure to retake this, and it's like if you line up that, then that is a systematic failure. Where are the grenades coming out? They're coming out a little bit too late. They have it, but they're not at the critical positions that they need. While Connor is going to die, and Soft is ZQK on the default position. Daps is low, should fall towards the contact play, and they're charging it. He gets one, but he can't take down A and J. Defuse will go through, but that is such a costly round considering Ghost only had 2 members.
Doesn't really matter at this point for NRG. Their economy is going crazy. They have all of the money in the world. They have the rounds. And there's nothing Ghost can get done at the moment. Interesting style that NRG is electing to play. They're really focusing on that mid-control. And they are opting to give up the A-bomb site when they aggress mid. Sort of a style that will work really well when your opponent can't figure out what's going on. But the minute that they catch on to what's happening, they can just send a heavy adjustment towards the A bomb site, and anybody that takes a look at how NRG plays Cache can definitely exploit this, but looks like NRG have got 2 main playbooks on their CT side, and both of them working out beautifully. They have that heavy mid control where they have the 1 close or double highway, and the boost up into the vent and the Z player, and they fight for mid to the death until late round, or they can boost 1 up onto Shroud, play aggressive in B main and do the 2-1-2, but make sure that their opponents don't take too much ground. Looks like this round they're going to opt for the 2-1-2. Breezy's going to grab a great position up onto that boost. Cirque's aggressive in B main. It does take out Connor, who tries to take some control of Checker. Gets the map control and keep NRG guessing as the rest of the team walks up towards the A bomb site. And the A hit is completely one-dimensional now as Connor's taken out on the other side of the map. There is no other facet towards that side of the attack. They don't anticipate Breezy being up on the boost, but he is traded 1-for-1. Best case scenario here as Fugly takes out Seb. Great counter flash, completely neutralizing Wardell. Rick's getting 1 on the lurk, but that's about all he can do as the bomb's down on the A-bomb site. And he's in middle with nothing for him to do as he elects to save. Although he does have a very nice knife and gloves, so we'll give him that.
11-1. Oh, this is painful to watch. NRG is just having a farm day right now. It's like you go into the farmer's market, you have everything in a unlimited pouch. You can buy anything you want. There's no resistance from Ghost.
Turns out the Ghost didn't show up in this game.
I'm still firmly believe that it's the B effect. If your name is B's Money Crew, and then the guy that you're with is suddenly not there, just makes it that much harder, you know? How do you play for the boss if he's not there?
You can't. Seems like they're looking very uninspired. Smoke coming out to the left side of mid from Rix here, and Wardell's going to try and force himself through it, but unfortunately can't navigate himself past a tiny wall. Rix tries to walk out second, expecting Breeze to be on the reload, and when he does get on the reload, he pushes straight through to Smoke, kills ZQK. 3 for Breeze in this round, gets taken out by Seb, strafing with the CZ. But that's not going to be enough. 4 versus 2, he's already taken down 3, and by the time you take him out, you've got 0 map control. You're down 3 players, and there's not much you can get done.
Look how confident they're playing. Fugly just goes, there could be one in Squeaky, but I don't care. I'm going to charge straight in by myself, and you can see he's already pushed behind. A little bit too late to catch them out at A main, but with no smoke grenades, no flashbangs, all Seb and Connor 93 have to do is just play off contact. And they're making a little bit of noise, so Fugly knows, I think is at least aware of what's going on right now. They've managed to sneak their way into the A site, not anymore though, as Daps will take down Seb. Connor retrieves himself the AK-47, but this is a hard ask. Once again, as soon as Grenade's just going to go out. Flashbang goes a little bit too far because it blinds Daps more and Cirque cleans up. And that's pretty much Ghost Gaming in a nutshell in that shot. Dead.
Absolutely. NRG having a field day here. 12-1. Not really much to say. They've got, you know, there's sort of 2 approaches at the moment, and both of them were working. So
yeah, the approach is either let's just hold for a little bit, or let's just push. Well, what's the smart way? We'll mix and match, and then NRG is like, I don't think we need to actually play tactically here. You don't need to play tactically if you can just roll over your opponent like this, which is what's happening.
You know, it worked really well for them when they rushed B and Cirque missed a bunch of shots. So I think maybe that might work for them again.
I haven't tried it. No, they might just, you know, go for a Hail Mary and just throw it in the final round, because why not? Nothing else has worked so far.
They're sticking to this mid control. It's just not working for them at all. I'm not a fan. Need to change it up at this point. You've had 13 rounds to think about what you've done, and mid control has not been successful whatsoever. It doesn't matter how many different ways you're tweaking it. NRG is absolutely rolling you. Wardell punishing Cirque seems to be the only weak link, if any, in NRG so far this half.
This is a round where finally Ghost have a chance in it. They've got the opening pick. They also have map territory in the back of this. All they have to make sure they don't do is lose map control. But Daps, you can see he's respawning towards the edge of the corner, and Fugly. Oh, this is a really good incendiary grenade, but it hasn't gone deep enough, and ZQK should be safe. It's not going to spread. They're not going to suspect that anyone is actually that close and crawled up, but 44 seconds left on the bomb timer. They need to start making a move soon. You can see Fugly. They're completely unaware that he's here, and ZQK, this is a crucial position for him to be in. If he finds the correct timing, could get a massive backstab, but Fugly's actually gone just into A-main at the wrong time, or at the right time, depending which way you look at it. Daps is going to be caught out, but not before he gets a kill. ZQK will take him out. Breezy now coming in through. We'll catch him out in A and J. He's been such a solid rock on the B side. He's going to get 2 kills. Seb finally trades him out, but once again, this is going to be another turnaround. Seb's on 4 HP. Does manage to shut down Breezy. 1-on-1. Seb's on 4 HP. Fugly. All he needs is a single bullet. Can push him across, and he's got a lot of time to maneuver himself from the bomb site. He's taking advantage. Seb's out in the open. Doesn't suspect it. NRG take another round, even after losing the first one. What do you say at the stage?
Bad luck. Try again.
Try again. Maybe B site this time.
B rush.
No stop.
Rush B. Nope, double AWP.
Double AWP on the T side. Why not?
Nothing else is working. You have ZQK in your team. I guess he's on the phone to the Immortals coach.
To be fair, ZQK has had a decent game this so far. Like on the T-side rounds, he's been getting a couple of instrumental picks with the AK-47. But it's, once again, they've only had one instrumental round. That was Connor. Everyone else has been really, really quiet on the side of Ghost Gaming, and it's just not enough. No one's really stepped up.
Can't really say anything either, because it's like they won the 1 gun round, and it's not even like they got reset. They still had enough money to buy into the next round, and then they just lost 12 in a row. Like, what can you really say at that point? It's not anything to do with the economy. They're just getting completely outplayed. Wardell finding ways to open up the rounds in the latter part of this half, but he's got it going far too late, unfortunately. And I don't know if they'll be able to convert this one against NRG. The NRG rather. They are holding onto their utility, and just got himself a smoke and a molly. Same for Cirque. Flashes for Fugly. Gonna need to utilize some of that utility if they are going to win this round, either to aggress into A main like so. But Connor's in position and ready to punish Breezy when he goes for that. Should be 13-2 here for Ghosts. Hopefully they can double up their rounds unless they make a huge blunder here. Just go in with the boys. Don't play scared. Trade each other out. Can't go wrong.
I've got a feeling that something will go wrong right now as they just completely bypass Forklift. Fugly is going to catch none of them in the back actually because he misses everything. So maybe something will go right for Ghost for the first time in a very, very long time. Now Fork's going to be smoked off. Cirque, you won't be able to get the pick. Much better done by Seb. So at least Ghost do pick up a consolidation round towards the very end, but 2-13, it just feels like, yeah, if Ghost can take a pistol, maybe they have like a little bit of a chance in making a few rounds, but victory is firmly out of their reach.
Yeah, this is a depressing scoreline in the case that you lose the pistol because then you're just playing from behind the entire half. You got to go for the forced buys. You got to play scrappy, get the umps out, get the pistols and the armor out, and do what you can.
Yeah, not much to really say in terms of that half, is there?
Not really, no.
Well, that is it for this half, but we'll be back with the second half. Let's see if NRG will close it quickly, if Ghost can put up a little bit of struggle just after the break. Hello everyone, welcome back. It is halftime between Ghost as well as NRG, and so far, not particularly impressive from Ghost.
Yeah, not at all. Turns out that Ghosts are fairly transparent and NRG sees straight through them.
Oh, sorry. You already told me.
I don't really.
I'm trying to keep a straight face.
I don't really blame Ghost for not showing up so far in this half because, as we all know, Ghosts can't actually hurt people. So
they hurt Liquid. That was literally it. They stung Liquid. But this performance, you were expecting, at the very least, Ghost earlier on in the series, they were able to you could see them stringing together rounds, you could see that there was good team play, you could see there was potential in these individuals. Today, there's been none of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the lack of the leader of the gang. We like to call Ghost Gaming a gang, and without their ringleader.
It's the crew. They've lost the inspiration. I mean, it's clear cut as day when, B was in the team, at least it was closer fights. You could see that they were struggling against, should I say struggling, but they were putting up a good fight, They were, first map, not as much all the way when they were versing Optic, but they were putting in effort, they were slogging it out. You could see that it was improvement. Now it's just the sudden, it was like a massive regression backwards, and the only hope is they take the pistol in a few rounds afterwards, but if NRG take the pistol, then that's pretty much it. It's going to be all over.
Double flash smoke coming out here for Fugly. Interesting to see what he's going to do with that. Ange quickly up here onto the boost, taking a couple shots at Wardell. And interesting thing about Ghost was, when they did have B standing in for them, it seemed like he was kind of the guy to take the initiative and get in there for the boys. Him and Connor did that quite well, and unfortunately, watching this iteration of Ghost, it doesn't seem like they have that, you know, fighting spirit to get in there and get something done. Seems like they're all playing quite scared.
See, in my mind is that, oh, Rix is completely blind. Still gets a kill, actually. That is actually quite big. And there we have ZQK. This is much better. So some inspiration coming out on the side of Ghost, finally. ZQK just going to be dropping the smoke, but Fugly will be able to find him eventually. Breezy's low, but he'll still be able to get the bomb plant down. Fugly doesn't have body armor. That's the only thing that can probably separate. And I'm fairly sure that ZQK had a kit on his body, so that's been dropped at headshot. Only positives, I would say, on this side of Ghost, but now 3-on-2. Connor going to be leading the charge. All he needs is a single bullet and Breezy. It doesn't need to be a headshot. It could be anywhere, even clipping through the edge of the box. And there's a flashbang. Breezy will be taken down. It's an open plant. Connor's just retrieved the kit. They'll tap the defuse. Fugly does not have armor, though. Needs to be careful, but what a shot coming in from A&J to deny Connor the defuse, and Fugly can tap away. Seb is also going to tap the bomb, and Fugly, oh, he's going to peek just at the right times. That is beautifully played coming out from, I guess, both sides as well. Ghost Gaming, they play that defuse perfectly, but they couldn't land the shots at the end of the day, and that's really a 50-50 in that position.
What can you really say at this point, Kev? They got the 2 opening picks into the round as the T's ran in. 3 versus 5 situation, and they just aren't able to convert the round. It's disappointing.
4 spies from all out from here on in, and I'd say it's going to be a very quick 16-2 wrap up.
Double Mac 10 coming out here for NRG, feeling fairly confident that their opponents will be either unarmored or unable to hit them.
My question is at this stage, I feel like NRG could stroll in with 5 sawn-offs and probably take this round.
I don't know. It
So
depends on the skin.
That's
if they
the
have
difference.
the origami.
Origami. But that's the difference to me, right? Is that NRG just feels like it doesn't, like you could give them any weapon. They could have lost the pistol and they could have Tech 9s, or not Tech 9, sorry, CZs, because Tech 9, they're out of favor. And they still win.
What about Zeus's?
5 Zeus's. Probably not. As a Zeus affectionate and advocator for the X27, probably not. Especially on the T side. It is a little bit too difficult to kind of charge in, jump, and try to land a shot with a Zeus. If you do manage to connect it, there's nothing but the sweet satisfaction of giving someone a free birthday party by flying in their face. The person receiving it probably isn't as grateful, but...
I feel like you're some kind of like salesman right now, trying to convert people to pry your crappy taser.
It's a bargain deal. $200 fits right in your pocket. You can still afford a pistol, you can still afford an assault rifle. It's not like you can't get everything that you need in life. Zeus is like a friendly addition in towards your arsenal that every single affectionate Counter-Strike player should make sure they have. There's a little bit of damage being done on the side of Ghost Gaming. They do have the numbers advantage, but they're walking straight in towards a potential crossfire, and it's going to be a very quick cleanup from there on in. Nothing. You can't penetrate the defense without any grenades. You had to rely on just a couple of opening picks, and here comes potentially the final round of the map.
Disappointing game, unfortunately.
This
Not
was
really...
Ghost Gaming's pick as well.
Wait, what?
This was Ghost Gaming's pick. I'm fairly certain, unless NRG decides, unless Ghost decided to start on the T side, on NRG's map pick, I don't think that's that likely. We'll be able to confirm that though. I still don't think many teams like starting on the T side of Cache, even though it has become a little bit more of a balanced map, where T side you can feel like they can definitely run away with it.
I don't know. Cache is an interesting map. I would say that although it's been in the pool for a long time, very few teams have it worked out down to a T.
Well, there's no T in it.
NRG seems to have things worked out fairly well. Listen, Kev, just don't interrupt me, mate. I'll ask you to speak when we want to hear about Zeus's. Until that point, we're here to talk Counter-Strike. As ZQK tries to get a cheeky one-way onto Cirque. Doesn't get any damage, not even a single point of damage there after seeing him first. Quick B split through the checkers coming in, and now it is your turn to speak, Kev.
Yes, there's A and J and Cirque just making a quick cleanup. It's just all these assault rifles coming forward, and look at that. One of the members of Ghost Gaming has already left. Done with the game, because it's all up to Seb. And I wouldn't be surprised at this stage if you're done, because it has been an absolute thrashing and a half. 16-2. I've seen pretty brutal matches. That was one of them.
Yeah, not a happy match at all.
That's just Ghost just flopping around like a fish. Nothing.
Ghostly fish.
A ghostly fish. That's even worse because at least the fish, it's corporal. Ghost, there was nothing in it whatsoever. In every single term, it was uninspired.
Well,
it was just uninspired, I guess. It was uninspired. You could think of a lot of negative adjectives to describe that performance, but ultimately that's it at the end of the day. 16-2, NRG just came up and did their job.
As fish go, they tend to do pretty well with liquid, but when you introduce energy, they float to the surface of the water when shocked, so...
Accurate.
That's what happened in that game. It's a great pistol round, which could have been a bit closer, but NRG started to farm themselves some cash, which enabled them to upgrade in the second round, although Connor got this great 3K on the entry, which got Ghost into the game.
That was like the first round that they won.
We were feeling optimistic, Kev, after that. We were like, Connor's taking one for the boys, but after that, everything quickly went downhill.
Yeah, when you can't kill one person close, you hit him twice or 3 times with the AK-47. You know it is a very, very big lost cause, and Breezy just waiting there. That was actually a really smart play where he just holds his fire, doesn't reload, he just sits there and goes, "I'll just wait for you to come." And
I love how the highlight of Ghost is FUK getting 1 dig. Blind, and he wasn't even a 1 dig.
He gets a Glock kill, Connor getting a few AK kills, and that's it. It's just all the NRG show. There've been a lot more highlights, but I just wonder who just topped the ADR. I think Breezy. Breezy was just charging in. He was just like, "Oh, it's just another normal rank S game." All the other guys were trying to play a little bit more sensibly, but when the game does go a little bit silly, as it does tend to do in these kind of blowout situations, everyone else does decide to jump on the clown train, I'd say.
Well, fairly breezy game there for NRG, and hopefully we should see a bit more of a competition from Ghost Gaming in the next map, perhaps. See if B can hop on TeamSpeak. Maybe they can get in a group call. He can get the boys... what's the word?
Get the boys fired up.
Yeah,
the boys. Fire up, boys. Let's go. The standard LAN phrases that you yell. Let's go. You're so easy. You're just an onliner. I think those are the few of the common phrases.
You got any more for me, Kevin, before we throw it to a break?
Probably none appropriate ones for broadcast. It does get quite heated. I think you and I, during our time, have definitely heard some of the less salubrious phrases used, but those are the more commonly used ones.
Okay.
Especially the "Let's go, boys." Has to be like that.
Okay.
No?
With the inflections and everything?
Yes. Right. Has to be. How do you fight with the people? If you jump in TeamSpeak and just go, "Let's go, boys."
That's what I do. I do it ironically.
Yeah, but you got to pump up. It's like, "All right, boys, we got thrashed, but let's go, boys. We can take it back." You got to bring the energy in. No pun intended.
Well,
you don't want to be